If you've been watching YouTube for the past few years, you've probably heard of one of the more controversial YouTubers before, Ricegum. A few years ago, he was all over the website. He was really popping off, and he was talked about all over by the biggest commentary channels like H3H3, iDub, who even made a content cop on him, and also other smaller commentary channels who also wanted to jump in on the bandwagon and take advantage of all the Ricegum hate since it was at an all-time high. And if you haven't noticed, for about a year now, Ricegum just stopped uploading on both its channels, Ricegum and Family Gum, leading to a plethora of people who made videos documenting the rise and fall of Ricegum, or how he became quote-unquote irrelevant. And these videos just pop up in my recommended from time to time, and these videos do get a lot of views, don't get me wrong. I just think they're reinforcing all the negative connotations that a lot of people already think about Ricegum, and they're just capitalizing on that. But today, I'm actually here to defend Ricegum, and with a totally opposite take of what these people have to say about him being irrelevant and falling off. And people who honestly believe that Ricegum is irrelevant now are either just misinformed in my opinion, or they genuinely believe that he is irrelevant just because they hate him. And then you also have people like Connor Eats Pants, who will blatantly make false allegations, like saying he calls underage girls for content.
And they're talking about, people were saying what I've been saying, like, you know, Ricegum just streams FaceTiming like underage girls and then deletes the VOD after and disables clips. People are talking about that. Ricegum, if you're watching this, I challenge you to the 100-meter dash. If I win, you're no longer allowed to FaceTime underage girls.
Which is not even true, because on his Twitch stream, he interviews these girls and whatnot, and he asks them questions, and before he even gets started talking with these girls, he asks every single one of them for the age before they even start a conversation. Like, you really think Ricegum would do some stupid shit like that? Twitter would be all over this and definitely be investigated. It's also super ironic that he's calling out Ricegum for supposedly talking to underage girls, when one of his former friends, Call Me Carson, was literally sexting with minors, and he'd never held him accountable. Like, if you're gonna say some ignorant shit like Ricegum calls underage girls, at least be consistent and call out your friend when he does the same thing you're preaching against, and even just take care of your friend first before you start talking shit about other people. Like, come on now. It's honestly really disgusting that no one has called him out on this, because allegations like those are just really career damaging and reputation ruining. And it's also pretty hilarious to talk shit about someone when you're literally afraid to turn on your face cam to show your face, but I would be too if I looked like Basherverse without long hair. But whatever, right? Moving on. Kinda crazy how people don't know how good Ricegum is doing on Twitch, considering the fact that he has never publicly announced that he streams on any of his other social media platforms. So in order to even know that he was streaming on Twitch, you would have to actively be browsing Twitch, or you would have had to follow his Twitch previously, or just come across one of his clips on YouTube. But despite all that, he's literally one of the top streamers on Twitch right now. And if you don't believe me, just look at the stats. He's averaging nearly 20,000 viewers every single time he streams. Compared to other top streamers like Pokimane, they're virtually putting up the same numbers. And Pokimane is known as one of the bigger streamers on the Twitch platform. I'd also like to argue that the only reason why Ricegum is quote-unquote irrelevant now was because he stopped posting on YouTube. He just moved on to Twitch now and just seems way happier being able to connect with his core audience. And up until he stopped posting, he would still average between 1.5 to 3 million views, and I don't know how that's falling off. Those are still really good numbers considering he only has 10 million subscribers. Like, a 10% engagement rate on social media platforms are amazing. And in Ricegum's case, it's 15 to even 30% sometimes. And he's also mentioned that the whole reason why he stopped uploading on YouTube before in a stream before.
No, but like people ask me this all the time though, bro. Like, why don't you do YouTube? It's mad repetitive, bro. It really is repetitive. Like, you do the same shit over and over. I mean, streaming is a little bit repetitive, but yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast is a different guy, bro. This dude is one of a million, bro. Like, not everyone can be like, he's basically LeBron James, bro. Like, no one is like type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's because it's just not as fun for him anymore to create YouTube videos. He doesn't have that same drive he once did back in 2016 before he started blowing up on YouTube to keep on making videos. He just got lazy. And it wasn't because of any items drama or any KSI drama. He just stopped posting. That's literally it. If Ricegum were to come back to YouTube, I would have no doubt in my mind that he would average the same amount of views as he did before he left. His audience is really faithful to him and just love to see his content. If people really want to talk about social media influencers becoming irrelevant, they should honestly start with someone like Ninja, and that's no knock on Ninja himself. Like, Ninja is probably the best example of a streamer slash YouTuber that fell off. He started from playing with Drake and averaging 40,000 viewers on Twitch, to now only being able to average just 9,000 viewers, barely even 10k sometimes. And even if you look at Ninja's YouTube, He has 24 million subscribers, and most of his videos can barely even hit 200,000 views, and sometimes they even barely hit 100,000. But no one calls him irrelevant for some reason. I think the community has just made Ricegum into this punching bag that people love to hate on and talk about still, even though he's quote-unquote irrelevant. But I'm excited to see what Ricegum does next. I know he recently just moved into the FaZe house with people like FaZe Banks, Aiden Ross, who is another big Twitch streamer, Summer Rae, and Pammy Baby, who's a TikToker. Like, Ricegum really paved the way for a lot of these new content creators. If you ask them, I'm pretty sure that they've watched Ricegum in the past. And he even started the whole diss track trend on YouTube and was one of the first, if not the first streamer to popularize calling and talking to girls on stream back before all these hoes started hot tub streaming. This was during a time when Twitch was mainly just people playing video games. This dude Ricegum just created so many waves and genres on both Twitch and YouTube. It's actually insane how little credit and respect he gets just based on how much people hate him for flexing. Like, you're really going to hate on someone for showing off how expensive their wardrobe is? That whole point idols made always really seemed weak to me. Like, the whole point of buying expensive clothing is to flex it. No one buys Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Off-White, or Supreme because they like the quality of the material. It's because they want to show off that they have the money to buy it. But that wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think about Ricegum. Regardless if you hate him or not, I think it's pretty hard to deny the impact that he's had on the YouTube culture as a whole. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed with anything that I've said. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also, make sure to watch my last video if you missed it. And also follow me on Twitter at Spolt if you guys want to keep up with me. And as always, thank you guys all for watching. Peace out.